Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Rated PG-13. 2 hours, 25 minutes. Action, adventure, sci-fi. Directed by Wes Ball. Stars Freya, Allan, Kevin Durand, Owen, Teague, and Peter Macon. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is the 9th film in this franchise if you're including the originals, the 4th in the modern series of films, and the 10th if you include that weird Tim Burton remake. The last installment, War for the Planet of the Apes, was a series high, with groundbreaking special effects, expert direction from Matt Reeves, who also co-wrote that screenplay with Mark Baumbach. The team behind War outdid themselves. If the franchise had ended there, I probably would have been satisfied. Since Rise of the Planet of the Apes back in 2009, I feel the series has been on an upward trajectory, getting around a half-star better with each sequel. Despite changing the creative team, I am very happy to report that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is awesome. Minor complaints aside, Kingdom is everything Avatar: The Way of Water wished it was. Many years have passed since the end of War. Caesar is long dead, but his words and story live on among the sporadic ape communities which have popped up every dozen mile or so. Noah, Owen Teague, a young ape striving to impress his father, one of the leaders of his village, accidentally lures a rival faction back to his home, led by the hostile Proximus Caesar, played by Kevin Durand. Proximus and his army capture Noah's village and slay their elders. Together, Noah and Raka, Peter Macon, an orangutan he picks up along the way, search the overgrown remains of the human world for the traces of the rival faction and the echoes they are hunting. I just want to say, the writing in this movie from Josh Friedman is exceptional. The character work, especially with Noah, Raka, and Proximus Caesar, are memorable and uniquely them. I think the screenplay sets up what could easily go a very predictable direction, and instead it goes somewhere else entirely. I wish I could talk about the third act with you, but I don't want to spoil it before you get the chance to see it for yourself. All I will say is that I was hooked. The amount of depth Peter Macon brings to the character of Raka is truly outstanding. It's really something to marvel at considering everyone is in mocap suits. Mocap, or motion capture suits, is how the FX teams behind these movies are able to get increasingly realistic looking apes. War had some of the best visual effects I thought I'd ever seen. In some ways, I still think the way Reeves used his visual effects may have been more effective in certain scenes, but generally, new to the Planet of the Apes series director Wes Ball also has an incredible handle on the look of this picture. Huge when it needs to be, and good in its more intimate moments. Kingdom is almost everything I wanted it to be. Almost. There is one complaint that I can't scoot past, and it might be a longer point. And that is, the timeline has come full circle. There are scenes in Kingdom which directly echo scenes from the original Planet of the Apes. However, they don't play out the same. The first film involved an element of time travel, as we all know. The astronauts arrived at Earth X amount of years in the future and find it had been overrun by talking apes. Humans had lost the ability to communicate and had become feral. Rise of the Planet of the Apes shows us a newspaper with the headline, Lost in Space. This is obviously referring to those astronauts, meaning that in these modern films, this subplot is still canon to the original. In War, we begin to see humans who cannot speak, and they either never learned or didn't live near enough people to pick it all up. In Kingdom, we have now arrived at the point where the apes are on horseback hunting the humans in the tall grass. The problem is, though, is that they purposely avoid the arrival of the astronauts, because that would mean the end of the franchise. They don't want to Terminator themselves when they can still make more money. But I'm not sure what story there is left to tell. I thought the same thing after War, and Kingdom proved me wrong, and I will gladly eat my words if the next installment is better or as good as this, but franchises that never end often lose steam at some point. Right now, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is stronger together than viewed as a film on its own. But regardless, Kingdom was a great time in the theater. I recommend checking this one out before it hits streaming. Hey guys, if you like this video and you want to see more, hit subscribe down below, hit the like button if you liked this video. If you want to see early access to these reviews, other movie reactions, Scareworks behind the scenes content, and of course full episodes of the Works podcast, please subscribe on the Patreon link in the description below. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time.